Hello, it is G, aka Black Power Bunny, and it's a few days late in my opinion, but we have our second month of Marriage Memoirs. We've been trying to figure out what changes there would be, if there would be any changes, and obviously there should be some changes when you get married. Beyond like sharing your space and trying to figure out finances and health insurance and all that stuff, but there are other changes, right? So, it finally hit me. You know, I understand that relationships are, they're a job. Every single one. Mother-child, father-child, cousins, friendships, all of that, all these relationships, they're work, and it takes work. So it was a couple of weeks ago that it hit me, and I was like, okay, so I got the photo shoot, which went very well, by the way, a little sidebar there. I got the photo shoot, and there's work to be done with the photo shoot, right? Have to edit those photos because someone is paying for a product, and editing photos it's not the fastest thing. I try to get the picture right in the camera, which saves a lot of time, so I can do like very minimal editing, but at the end of the day there's still work to be done. So couple that with your everyday job that you need to support the second job here, so there's work to be done there too. And I go in typically 6:45 in the morning. I come home or leave the office 5:30, 6 o'clock, sometimes 7. So there's some long days. And when you're single, those long days don't really matter. You can move things around. You may want to catch a show or something like that, but you can do that. Now, I want to also say single and living 6 miles from your place of work really cuts down on the travel time. So now we move, and after 6 o'clock, let's just say after 5, that 5 o'clock traffic, that work traffic, that's at least an hour of travel time in your car traveling. So when you leave at 7 or 6, and then you add like an hour into that, and depending on whose turn it is to cook, you gotta cook and still make sure that, you know, your other work is done. That's a lot. And so I find myself trying to figure out, how do we make sure everything is covered? How do we make sure that this business side is covered, that my regular work is covered, that my marriage is covered? So finally, something has hit me that said, holy shnikes, I got a lot of jobs, like a lot of jobs. And this is not something that's just, you know, special to me, but it's one of those realizations that there's a lot of work to be done. We're still in the, you know, wedded bliss stage, which I don't know how long that lasts for some people, but we're in that stage. So you're hypersensitive to making sure that you're saying I love you every day, that you're giving enough hugs, you're making enough time. But then you're also thinking, I have a lot of work to be done, and when I get into this home office and get into work, it takes, on average, I give myself 2 to 3 hours before I kind of get tired. I gotta break away from the computer screen and then come back, but 2 to 3 hours. And so if I take it in one day, like a day off, that's 6 hours right there. So you again are really working. So, you know, just trying to figure out how to make all of that jive. I've always been great with my calendar, making sure there was time for everything, but I am finding now, okay, so first of all, we're tired. I am at this point tired. Now, the honeymoon is on Friday. It can't come fast enough. It just can't. It can't come fast enough. I'm just telling you right now. We are at the place of everything is happening at the job. Everything, like big major moves are happening at the job, and I can't be there to take care of that, which, you know, for the first time, I'm kind of okay with, and I say kinda, I'm kind of okay with, you know, for me, it is always making sure that everybody else is taken care of, right? You don't want anyone to stress out or do whatever, because you've got this perfect idea of how it should go down. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna be there, and when something goes wrong, Okay, well then, it just goes wrong because I am on vacation and on my honeymoon. But we've been working back to back. He himself even has some late days, and you're like, golly, it's just different when you're sharing a household and you're both getting home late and you both don't want to cook. We are good to eat some cereal. He'll have cereal. I'll have eggs and some grits. But we are good to have breakfast for dinner because sometimes you really are tired. So let's talk about tired real quick and taking turns in the dinner thing. So we haven't really had any arguments per se, but there was a minor tiff lately. One of those days when we both worked late, and he offered to stop and get something to eat. Great. And he said, hey, I'm at Sonic. What do you want? Well, I said, I want a hot dog. And he actually said, I'm at Sonic. What do you want besides a cherry limeade? So he understands what I normally eat, drink, whatever, order. So I want a hot dog. Okay, great. So I'm at the house cleaning, getting everything ready because it's trash day the next day. And I'm vibing. I am like jonesing for this chili cheese hot dog because, when I'm at Sonic, I either get the chili cheese hot dog, the pretzel dog, something like that. So he comes in and, we're all, like I said, we are tired. So we're sitting down, getting ready to eat, and he pulls out mine and he puts it there. And I'm thinking, okay, great. And I open it, I'm like, what is this? It literally is a hot dog, like a beef dog and some bread. There's no mayo, no mustard, no relish, nothing. And he said, it's a hot dog. And I was like, but why would I just want to order like a regular hot dog? Like who does that? Like you're going out to eat. Fast food or whatever. Who gets like a regular hot dog? He's like, well, that's what you asked for. Because I looked and I was like, but when have I ever ordered a regular hot dog from Sonic? Like when? What do I normally order? Now I get up, I'm a little tired. So I'm a little ticked because, he's got his little fancy hamburger and fries and whatnot. And I've got this dry hot dog that I know I had to doctor up. So I got the mayo and all that stuff. And I'm thinking, this is like, who does, well, you do it around the house? Well, yeah. But when you're grilling a hot dog, grilling a beef dog is not the same as running up to Sonic and getting that, beef and bun. It's not the same thing. There are two different things. So, we are trying to have a conversation, but I won't lie to you. I'm moved because it's not what I wanted to eat, and it's just like the wackest thing to eat. But yet his meal is all enjoyable. And he said, what, let's just chalk it up to me being tired because, I'm just exhausted. I'm like, you're right. So dinner ends, and I haven't even touched my drink yet. But she had this really nice supersized drink, and I had this medium. And I was like, I couldn't get a supersized drink? You never get a supersized drink. Sometimes you had that day, I think, she needs a supersized drink. But I get it. I didn't ask for it. But then again, I wasn't even asked what I would want, but that's okay. So he falls asleep, and I'm like, well, let me finish, getting the trash together. And so I take a sip of my cherry limeade, and guess what? It's not even cherry. It's strawberry. So not only do we have the whack hot dog, but then we've got this cherry limeade instead. Now, somewhere in there, there was a lot of, I'm tired, you're tired, and this whole thing is whack. Yeah, who would have thought hot dogs? A hot dog would have started a little something, something. And so, the next morning was okay. It wasn't our normal, because I didn't wake him up to tell him that it's the wrong drink as well. But I did think to myself, Gwendolyn, nowhere in there did you ever say, oh my God, thank you for stopping, because I could have stopped, but I didn't stop. So, it's one of those moments where you say to yourself, okay, going forward, I need to say thank you before my face says something else, because this is quickly it quickly happens there. So it didn't last very long. No major arguments. Just that little. It was enough to cause hours of silence. Not on purpose. Okay, well, no, yeah, not on purpose. I just think it was just what? There's nothing else to say about it because, I ate it. Kind of hungry this morning, but I ate it. So yeah, and there could be bigger things. I'm sure there'll be bigger things. I'm positive. We're married now, right? So you're bound to have bigger things. But that was like that first little ripple. When we were at the store buying clothes for the honeymoon and headed towards the checkout, we're walking together. Ladies available, so we go together. Well, this other chick opens up, and so he splits off. And so the lady says, "Oh, I thought you guys were together." And I look at him and say, "We are together." Yet he continues to pay for his product by himself. And I'm thinking, okay. Now, remember guys, we're married now. We are shopping as a couple. So afterwards, I'm like, "Say man, did I miss the message? I think I missed it because we were shopping here together and you just went off on your own." Oh, I just forgot. You know, and that didn't cause it a ruckus. It didn't cause a ruckus. Did it feel weird? I was like, should I be checking this? Because like, seriously, we're not even like 2 months old yet. But you know, we're still working out some of our quirks and whatnot. Just to make sure that we're on the same page. We do buy groceries together. You know, and I will say this, his bill was higher than mine because he had way more clothes than I did. But then again, he has a wardrobe that he has to build because, you know, for like a good chunk of time, he didn't really have a wardrobe. So I get it. I'm not gonna hate the brother for getting his fashion life together. I'm not gonna hate on that. So, having said all that, this relationship thing, you know, working relationships, like toiling on them, you know, it really hits you. So spending time with like the family, which I don't go to Houston as often. One, I am working a lot, running a lot. But just make sure that you have time for your girlfriends, your family, your marriage, and everything in between, things that make you. Because the one thing that I am very conscious of is not losing myself, which I don't think that's going to happen. We are very clear on time apart and then time together. We're not like, so it's not suffocating. But like if I am doing something, then he offers to support that and help. So he helped out with the photo shoot, or depending on what he's doing, I'll help him out in the garage and do his thing. So there's that's a good thing that we are supportive of each other's separateness and just being individuals, and we don't feel as if we have to be like this at all times. So I'm going to stop and get ready for my honeymoon. I am not done packing, and normally I am really good, but what I realized, what I considered done packing, I had just taken all the stuff out of the closet and the drawers and just dumped it in my luggage. It actually has to be packed, and I'm not taking all this stuff because I just put everything that I thought would be in there. So we have got to do that, but Friday, December 1st cannot come fast enough. Oh, and I'm sure you are, guys. You're loving my necklace. Yes, the henna banga hooks us up. Blessed me. We've got this beautiful arm sleeve going on here. Gotta love it. Well, I have a pistol grip. So, yes, Dom Soul Creations, look her up. She's in Houston. I may even add a little information because I have done good stuff. I would do more. Obviously, I would do more because, you know, I don't live in Houston. I wouldn't mind doing it for like some of my runs, but we do have the purple run in April. So I've got to make sure to go down there and do like a little Prince something, like, you know, but yes, loving my necklace. Oh, the back, you wanna see the back? Do you like that? Just like a necklace all the way back? Yes. Okay, so I'm getting ready for the beach. You guys do you. And if you have not spoken to someone in more than 24 hours, you need to pick up the phone, like actually dial it, or text somebody, Facebook message, Instagram message, whatever you want to do. But time is short, and this foolishness out here, that is real. So don't let the day get away from you. Like, say hello to somebody. Say hello, say you love them. Let them know.